Hey guys, I'm still in Brno, having an amazing time here. It's clearly such an underrated destination in Czechia. In the previous episode, I climbed the main tower and show you the best views from above. Checked the local market, went to a planet show a bit outside the center. It was fun, at least for me it was. Let's see what today brings. This in front of us is the main square in Brno. And luckily today's temperature is a bit better. It's not 35 degrees like yesterday. Now it's like 21, 22. That's a huge drop. Very happy about it. The main attraction lately is this weird toy looking thing, which is the Brno Astronomical clock. But in reality it's not an astronomical clock at all. It's just a clock, and a pretty weird one as well. You can read the hour. It's pretty complicated as far as I heard. I mean, I've read somewhere on the internet how you're supposed to do it. I forgot all the details. The upper part, it rotates around its axis. I don't know how well you can see it on my display. It's close to nothing. Anyway, that one rotates, I think one rotation per minute. It's probably easier to just check one of the clocks around here in the square, like that one in front of the McDonald's. What are those kids doing at 11 o'clock every morning? You get a souvenir, but only one of them gets lucky. So basically you put your hands there, or your arms completely inside, and at exactly 11 o'clock only one of them is gonna get lucky, and we'll get a ball, like Brno ball souvenir with the coat of arms on it, and you get to keep it. I'm not gonna attempt because all the seats are occupied, and yeah, I think you have to be here like half an hour before, or even 1 hour before in the main season. Maybe you can try in the winter if you really want that Brno souvenir for free. So you just wait, and I don't know, maybe I will stay around for a couple of minutes and see who gets it. 5 minutes left. Must be pretty painful to stay in this position for half an hour. Pretty nice square. Some terraces, flowers, old buildings. And why is it 11 o'clock and not 12? You may wonder. Well, it's a story from some hundreds of years ago when the people of Brno tricked the Swedish invaders. Who's gonna get it? Let's bet. I bet on the guy with a white shirt. Yeah, it's getting pretty crowded. But really, what were they thinking? Of course, people of Brno, not only them, make fun of this clock because of its shape. Yeah, you got it. It's even on t-shirts and stuff. I don't know. It stopped somewhere. I don't know. What a waste. That was disappointing. I mean, not for me, I don't really care. That was quite a waste of time. Oh, we get some hill. Oh, I think I bet on the guy on white. What did I win? Okay, that was fun, I guess. And I retract what I said about the temperature. It's getting pretty ridiculous again. Probably my face shows it. I suppose it's red, I don't know. Anyway, let's go somewhere else. Maybe underground. There are quite a lot of underground places here in Brno that you can visit, and probably the temperature is constant, 15-16 degrees. Okay, let's look for one of those. Okay, I tried to visit this underground labyrinth, but kind of failed. Maybe I'll steal a photo off the internet and show you what I'm talking about next time. Brno, next time. Well, it was open, but you can only go down there with a guided tour. It's in Czech, but okay, you get some piece of paper with some important details in English, no problem. But guided tour in Czech and takes 1 hour. That's a bit much. So no, not this time. I'm here in front of the St. James Church, which is under restoration at the moment. But I want to go underground and visit the famous Brno Ossuary. You probably did not expect the second largest ossuary in Europe to be found in Brno, did you? Well, after the more famous catacombs of Paris, this is the biggest such charnel house. It's estimated that over 50,000 were buried here. More than 50,000 people. Wow, that's insane. Since about 800 years ago, people of Brno were buried in the nearby churchyard, but since the space was limited, the bodies were removed from the graves about 10-15 years after the burial and placed in such ossuaries. This way they were making room for the new bodies and so on. This particular charnel was used in the 16 and 1700s. At the end of the 18th century, the nearby cemetery was closed. The bodies from the graves were moved into a crypt. The area around the church was paved, and so the ossuary was slowly forgotten. The underground rooms were only recently discovered, and the ossuary opened to the public in 2012. What's particularly interesting is that the scientists discovered that the people buried inside died of different diseases. For example, the extra yellow skeletons probably belong to people who died of cholera, while the red tinted bones indicate death from the plague. It's a really different and special place, very peaceful. Unless you are unlucky and some families with kids visit at the same time. And if you are part of a family with kids, maybe you should reconsider coming here, depending on, I don't know, how your kids behave. Anyway, if you're into places with a grim and cold atmosphere, do not miss this one. It's actually pretty nice. Look, they have pizza hot. It's just a pizza that happens to be fresh from the oven, so it's hot. If you want to buy a book or even just some souvenirs, don't miss Academia bookstore on the main street. It's pretty awesome. They also have a rather cute cafe and a lot of stuff. If it's raining outside or if it's just too hot, like in my case, you can spend a few minutes or even hours here. There's one more thing I wanted to show you, and this is the Capuchin crypt. Oh well, as you can see, this is not my lucky day. I have to leave tomorrow, so I'm not gonna see the Capuchin crypt. But maybe it's not so unlucky either. I was just about to leave and then I saw right next door a Leonardo da Vinci interactive museum. I mean, it's interactive, it's Da Vinci. Let's check it out. To be honest, I just came here to film about in the Capuchin crypt and make a video only about these dark, medieval, spooky sites of Brno. Which I honestly think would have been pretty interesting, but next time I'll do that too. But this place was above any expectations, to be honest. There is this dude, very passionate about Da Vinci's work. He invested hours, hundreds of hours of work into creating this small exhibition. Well, it's actually not that small. It has 2 stories and it's pretty cool. It's a lot of stuff. You're gonna see a lot of miniatures of Da Vinci's inventions, a lot of machines that actually work and you can test them yourself. It's brilliant. It's a lot of fun. Okay, I went there for the crypt, but yeah, I discovered this hidden gem. Really interesting and fun. And at the end, I got to build a bridge. Okay, it was a very sweaty atmosphere. And it took me like 10 minutes, I think, but I didn't want to give up. And I managed. So come here and try your luck with the bridge as well. And it's really nice. The owner doesn't really speak English, but he uses Google Translate. And he's very friendly. You can take photos, videos, and he built all this stuff himself because he's very passionate about it. Yeah, so give it a shot. Let's take a break from visiting stuff and just have a pint or two. I found this place called Provazek quite by accident. It's not so hidden, but definitely a gem. I mean, it looks amazing. They played a lot of music I like. Radiohead, Eric Clapton, Guns N' Roses, Tame Impala, to name a few. This waitress complimented me on my Pink Floyd t-shirt. Well, what else could I ask for, right? There are still so many places I haven't seen. Well, I've only spent a couple of days here. I will definitely come back soon. There's this hill I checked last night, right next to the bunker hotel I slept in. It's like a huge park with a Spilberk castle on top. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. It was really nice, but obviously it doesn't show much on camera because of the low light. Had a good time, had a chat with some young locals, played with an adorable border collie. Really love that one. Very playful and cute. Next time I will check this Spilberk castle and this hill and park and everything during the day as well. So, like I said, I definitely have to come back. There's also a place with all arcade games that needs to be checked. Also this cathedral of Saint Peter and Paul. I've only seen it from the outside. Let's not forget the Capuchin crypt, which was closed. So yeah, a lot of other places and probably hundreds of others that I didn't even name. That being said, I'll be back soon, but no. See you in the next video from a totally different country and continent. Cheers.